Hey, what's up, guys? It's 2:15 a.m. Sunday morning as I do this video. I just finished watching the Holly Holm Aldana fight. Congrats to Holly Holm. This is the only fight on the card that I saw, really cared about. Uh, Man, I was out of it when it was live. I woke up. Instantly wanted to check my phone to see the results, and I thought, you know what? Nah, let me just go ahead and hit it up on ESPN Plus and watch the fight and not be spoiled, and that's what I did. Man, even at this stage in her career, at 38 years old, man, this is a career-defining performance by Holly Holm, man. This is that fight that probably when it's all said and done, years from now when she's retired, you know, I think this would be the fight that she and anybody can hold up and say, you want to see what Holly Holm could do as a mixed martial artist. You want to see what she could do at her best. How she could use her dominant skills against anyone. This is the fight to look at. This is the fight to be proud of, the most proud of. This was a 5-round domination. For anyone who questions her skills, her abilities, who says anything negative about Holly Holm, this is the fight to look at, man. Despite the, some of the losses that she's had, she kind of went on a bad run, and she could have packed it in. She had a terrible first round loss to Amanda Nunes. Dana said she should retire. Still fighting, still winning, and man, this young girl, Aldana, man, this girl got exposed, man. This girl might have got her soul snatched, man, by Holly Holm. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is I didn't wait your damn fight. you know, Holly was a slight favorite. The odds are pretty close the whole time, like minus 105, minus 110, pick'em type odds. Holly maybe a slight favorite. But I did not know much about this Aldana girl, and I did see some highlights. I think it was Friday. I saw highlights of what she could do. I didn't realize she was the chick who had beat Caitlin Vieira, who I was high on, And I saw how that fight finished, and how she was looking as a striker, how she was knocking these girls down, knocking them out, and with the size and the power and the age, she had the youth on Holly. Holly was it's Holly at the end, It's like, I don't want to put up big money on, on Holly, and plus she's one of my favorites, and I don't make an emotional pick. No, so it wasn't anything I was thinking about playing. But this fight, the way this fight was, man, Holly should have been a 5-1 favorite over this chick, man. Holly should have been a minus 500 favorite over this girl, man. She was just that much better, that much more experienced, and well-rounded than this Aldana girl. Bottom line, this girl had no answers for Holly, man. Had no answers. Her coaching staff, her team had no answers. When the translator was talking, I was not hearing any instructions that were beneficial. All I was hearing was, go get her. You're losing. You got to do this. You got to go get her. You got to, it was like, that was all they had, man. Like, they were Abel Sanchez of MMA. Go out there and knock her ass out, that kind of talk. And this was terrible, man. Holly made this girl and her team look super green. Have they seen Holly fight at all? Do they know? What Holly did in this fight is what you would expect. Stick and move, moving around the cage all night, hit and not get hit. It was textbook. And, like I said, no answers, and did the thing that I always say. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I say it in boxing, the same applies to MMA. Don't move with a mover. It's as simple as that. Don't move with a mover. Don't box with a boxer. Don't move with a mover. And this girl, this Aldana girl, the whole night, just following Holly Holm around the octagon like a little puppy dog. Just following around, falling into Holly traps, following her around. Next thing you know, bam, she getting hit with a straight left. Following around, next thing you know, Holly charging with a 3, 4, 5 punch combination. Following around, takedown. Follow around, get hit with jabs, get hit with side kicks. I mean, this is bad, man. And had no answers, kept doing the shit all night. At no point did it trigger in her mind to say, let me stop following this woman around. Let me just stand in the middle of the cage and make her bring the fight to me. Why should I keep following her around? I can't catch her. I'm not sprinting to get her. Let me just stand here and not follow her around. Make her bring the fight to me. But instead, she's like a looking like a jolly green giant. She just followed her around the whole night. Let me follow her around, and fell in the traps, man. Fell into a dominant ass whooping. That was a 50-44 fight for sure. That fifth round was a 10-8 round. The girl damn near got stopped. I was kind of hoping that Holly would finish it off with a stoppage. The way after that dominant performance, that was one of the only things that she didn't do that she didn't do in the fight. Would get a stoppage. So congrats to Holly, man. The only thing, and I still have it. I have it paused during the interview right now. The only thing that Holly messed up on, man, she messed up, man. Dan Hardy, who, by the way, I wanted to mention this, made me laugh out loud. He's talking about, I guess it was probably the third round or so. He was like, man, Holly's doing a lot of moving in there. How long can she keep this up? Will she get tired? All this kind of shit. I'm just sitting here looking like, first off, look at this woman's legs, man. This woman got some of the best legs you'll ever see, all right? The strength in this woman's legs and shit, man. A long-time athlete. First off, all right? Second off, yes, she's 38. I know this. The legs are the first to go. I got you, all right? But anybody who knows, studies Holly Holm, this woman lives in the damn hills and mountains of Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right? And I'm not talking about her houses up there. I'm talking about running constantly. The woman is a notorious runner, man. Notorious runner. Holly Holm, moving around in the octagon and ain't gonna phase her. That's nothing. She wasn't even breathing hard after the fight. This woman is well conditioned, man. That was laugh out loud funny by Hardy, man, talking about is she gonna get tired and shit because of the movement. Holly Holm wasn't even breathing hard in the post-fight interview, man. And she didn't dance around this girl all night, took her down and shit. I think it was the fourth round. Man, Holly came out and was hitting this girl with a jab, man. That was embarrassing. This girl was getting in an octagon, getting hit with jabs by a Hall of Fame boxer, man. Holly just let the entire arsenal out, man. All the strikes, the kicks, the takedowns. Man, just made Aldana look bad, man. Might have took this girl's soul, man. This girl's soul might not be the same, man. It could have ruined her career. Not physically from the physical beating, but just on the inside. Like, damn, like, I'm not as good as I thought I was, Will she rise? Will she come back from it? Or will she wilt and never be the same? That's going to be interesting to see. Very interesting to see. I would love to see who they put her in with next. That might be a fight to wager if it's a top tier opponent. Where will her head and her heart be, man, after this beating? So that's something to look out for. But Holly messed up in the post-fight interview, man. Hardy asked her if she wanted was it somebody she had in mind next, or did she want to go straight for the belt? and Holly says something like, I'll just let the future play out. I have a great team around me to help with that," or something like that. She said, "Man, that's a terrible answer, man. That was a terrible answer. You have to call your shot in the UFC, man. That's what Dana, they have these guys in interviews ask these questions for a reason, man. You know, if you call your shot, you most likely will get the shit. And then if you notice when they have the like the highlight packages, in the highlight package they show the call out. They'll show a fighter say, "Yeah, I want you next, and this gonna happen, that's gonna happen." That's promotion, man. That's what the UFC wants. That's what they like, man. You know, I heard this long ago. I heard a reporter say it. How the UFC, they like to hear fighters call their shots at the end of fights. They do not want to hear, "Oh, you know, I'll let the UFC decide. We'll see how it plays out. Let's see what the future holds." No, man. If you want a title shot, you need to say, I want the title shot." She looked in the camera and said, "Amanda Nunes, I want you next." But of course, we all know that's not Holly Holm style. But she should have done it. Now she could get the winner of Nunes and Megan Anderson, you know, or maybe if Megan Anderson fell out, maybe she could be a replacement, you know, unless they did like an interim fight with Holly and Megan Anderson. I don't know, but you know, man, Holly should have called a shot, man. After that performance, after that domination, she should have said, "I want Amanda Nunes next. I want the title fight next." Hell, the UFC might be like, "Okay, she didn't call a shot. Well, let's put her in with Jermaine Durandamy." You know, I see that I saw somewhere that she had beat Juliana Pena tonight. You know, that was a fight that I might pull that fight up and watch that. You know, that was a fight that I'd be interested in seeing. But man, you know, and hey, that's a fight that could be made, because if you remember, I was thinking about it the other day. Man, Holly was getting fouled in that fight, so I thought Holly won that damn fight. I didn't even think that fight was close. And Jermaine Durandamy got a decision. Not only did she get a decision, but she punched Holly twice at the end of the round after the horn had sounded. You know, Holly getting fouled and shit, man. And but I still thought she won that fight and got screwed. And that was her legacy as a 2-division UFC champ, along with being a boxing Hall of Famer. I mean, she probably would have went down as the greatest female combat sports athlete of all time. And hey, maybe she still could, with her accomplishments in MMA and in boxing. You know, I mean, we would have to say the most decorated female combat sports athlete. You know, with those accomplishments, man. So, you know, and I'm sure she will probably go in the UFC Hall of Fame. And you know, she would be in the UFC Hall of Fame and the Boxing Hall of Fame. So, you know, that's I mean, who else can say that, you know? So I think that's it, guys. I think I covered everything, man. How I just exposed the girl, man. Just exposed this girl, and career defining performance, man. Yes, the Ronda Rousey fight is the most memorable. It is, you know, it'll be number one for pretty much everybody, because of the magnitude of the fight and the history that she made, the stage that it was on, you know, in the big stadium, all that, you know, the big shock, a big underdog win. But you want to talk about the complete performance, putting it all together, showing what she could do as a mixed martial artist. You know, this is the fight, man. This is the fight to look back at years from now, to see what Holly Holm was as a fighter in the UFC. So I think that's it, guys. You know, salute to one of my favorites, The Preacher's Daughter. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I'll check in soon. Thanks for watching.